John. They said he was too small, too little, too everything.
Two tight ends on the set. He comes in motion to the near side. Pressure side. Sam Mills gets the sack.
What happened between you and Talib on the field early in the game?
I don't know. You gonna ask him because he didn't finish the game. Ice up, son. Ice up.
YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the Carolina First Podcast. Oh, that was a good game, wasn't it? You can tell by my sarcasm. But as always, I'm Heat, joined by Poppy.
Oh yeah,
Poppy
Dangerfield.
Let's get into it, man. God
the
damn.
the actual beatdown of the Carolina Panthers happened today. Definitely in the fourth quarter, but we lost today, 28-6. The Saints, they poured it on us at the end. Our defense was bending and not breaking, but you know, the final score don't really show what happened in the game.
No, it don't. But man, well, I say we just jump straight into the series. We'll save the rant to the end because if we get on it now, we ain't gonna stop. We won't make it to the second quarter on the series.
You right. So we got we got the ball first. That's the Saints. You know, them kicking it,
Yeah.
like saying like that was to put pressure on us right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't to give us. It was to kill whatever motivation we had at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we came out. You know what I'm saying? Herbert ran the ball 3 yards. A good pickup of 3 yards, which I'm thinking that's going to be what we're going to continue to do on the drive. But then what happened, Heat?
Oh, yeah, it's typical Carolina fashion. Our MVP comes out, 3 and out, and punts it for us, Johnny Hecker. But I'm worried about McCray got hurt on the first fucking play. He's like, put me in, coach. Now I'm going on IR, and I'm curious what his status is, because I didn't see anything. I must have missed it.
Hopefully he had like a high ankle sprain, nothing too serious. Well, high ankle sprain is serious.
He's got a calf injury.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, so he's probably got a Charlie horse. He's done for the season. I think we set a record for most linemen on IR.
Hey, K-May came in though.
Yeah, he did.
Number 68.
Yeah, he did a good job letting everybody get to the fucking quarterback along with the rest of the offensive line. But we'll save that till we get done. Because god damn. So, we started out. We ran the ball on first down. I like us running the ball. McCray got hurt. Two incomplete passes and a punt later. We're on defense.
Then our defense, this drive that was put on our defense shows the Carolina Panthers defense at its finest. We will bend, but we won't break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of worried. Kamara ripped off 8 yards on the first play, and I was like, man, I guess one of my keys we had to stop was Kamara, and like I said, we bend, we didn't break. Gave up a missed field goal, so I was like, all right, we're still in the game at this point.
Yeah, because we had to, because towards the end of this drive, we started making them play behind the chains.
Yep.
Like, because once they went because when Kamara ripped off that first run, I was like, is this going to be the game?
Yep. I was like,
but
Kamara's gonna have 100. I wish I had him on my fantasy team. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but the way that drive started out, I thought it was going to end with 7 points. But then to hold them to a field goal, and then they missed it.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was. And it was a 29-yard field goal too. It was like it definitely was. No reason to miss it. We'll talk about missed field goals too later on. So, we get the ball back. We're on offense. Second series. 5 plays, 17 yards. Ended up being a initially ruled interception. They changed it to a strip sack with a fumble. So we give up the ball. Where did we give that ball up at? At the 49, about midfield.
Yep.
No, to the 36. Sorry, Bryce Young ran backwards a little bit before he got sacked. So, I'm and on that play specifically, I believe 3 or 4 Saints
Oh yeah.
were all hitting Bryce Young when he fumbled, and they only rushed 4. So it's like everybody
I thought
that
he
was
got
everybody that was supposed to block missed the fucking block. I mean, I thought it was the longest yard, and they just weren't blocking for him.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It
I
was
like, yeah.
But yeah, I thought he got hurt on that play the way his arm got hit. But man, I'm telling you, like that little dude,
Yeah,
he ain't playing around.
I mean, nobody's questioning Bryce's heart. Like, he's got toughness. I'll give him that because he's in there. He's taking licks. But damn, man. And then McCray tried to come back in that series, and on the first play was done. So McCray, I think's got 2 plays. He's done. Possibly, probably a week or 2, and he might be back. But so we go 5 plays. They get the strip sack. Defense is back out there, and
Lights out.
yeah, lights fucking out. 3 and out. They were negative yardage on that drive. We get the ball right back, and I'm like, the defense is doing what they're supposed to do. Like,
We get to see the best player on our team though.
Yes. So we're back on offense again. It's still the first quarter, and we get another 3 and out. And here comes our MVP of the season, Johnny Hekker.
Big boot.
Yep, with a 37-yarder, man.
Hey. He's probably gonna have a career high in punts.
I mean, I'm surprised this dude's leg. I mean, he might be getting some disability after this season for that leg, man.
Man, he got air fried though, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that's coming up. That's soon.
Yeah.
So I mean, we go 3 and out. We'll get Blackshear some reps in. He picks up 4 yards. And then 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. We're gonna throw a deep pass to Thielen. Now that's the right guy to throw it to, but 3rd and 3. My philosophy on short yardage.
Run the ball.
Like what are we paying these linemen to do? To block. What LL Cool J say? Let them block.
Right.
Let them block. Give the ball to Chuba. Let them run it. We're going to see a lot more of that in this fucking podcast. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So, we punt 3 and out. Back on defense, and
Hey, this was a good drive though.
For New Orleans.
I'm just saying it was a well put together drive.
Yeah. I mean, it only took 6 plays, 44 yards.
We couldn't stop anything.
No. No. I think other than first down was a pass, and then they ran 4 straight running plays and just run it right down our throats. Kamara ripping it off.
He played really well.
Yeah, I mean the stats don't speak how good he played because he only had 12 carries. We had 56 yards, but they had short field. They were at at our 44, and they just drove right down and right in the end zone.
Yep. 6 plays, 44 yards, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Man, they just
five running plays.
We couldn't stop anything.
No. I mean, they're running it right tackle, right guard, right end, right tackle, left tackle, touchdown.
Hey, but this next drive, what our defense gave up, our offense responded, but I really wanted 7. I didn't want 3.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah. So we'll go into that. So we had it wasn't a long drive as far as yardage, but 12 plays, 46 yards, 5.5 minutes. Um, we were looking like we were gonna do something. I mean, we started out, we ran, um, and ran, and ran, and so we're into the second quarter, and it's important to point out that we're starting the second quarter, and it's our 1, 2, 3. It's our fourth series on offense, and Bryce Young has 1 completion. Remember that number, because we'll talk about that here in a few minutes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So no passing, all runs, and we get all the way to the 29 on just running the ball. Like we had 0 completions. Chuba, I think, got a majority of his yards on this series. But we're looking good. We start out running. We're getting first downs.
It was steady. It was like a steady Eddie pace. Like we were going down the field, we were looking good, but it was nothing impressive.
Yep. I mean, we had the Bryce Young had that scramble for 21 yards on third down, but that helped us get into field goal range. But then we fire right back on first down with an incomplete pass. Then we run on second. Now it's third and long, and we pass. And what happens? Another incomplete pass. So we settle for a 47-yard field goal, and now we are back on defense.
Yeah, 7-3 right now. At this point in the game, I felt pretty confident that we keep running the ball.
Yeah.
This is important. This is why I'm saying it. If we keep running the ball, we could win this game.
Yeah, I had not lost faith yet that we were going to win. Well, I'll let you know when I lost faith. But at this point, it's 3-7, and I'm like, we're in it. We've got a chance. The defense is playing good.
Yep.
So we go back on defense. 6 plays, 3 minutes. We force a punt. All the way down to the 18.
Yep. And then this is where the defense, what could they really do?
Yeah. I mean, they held them. We get the ball back. Nothing really stellar. That's just, I didn't just for anybody that's watching. I usually take notes. I didn't feel like taking notes this game. So my little high points of some linemen or defensive linemen doing a great job. I'm not going to point that out in these series like I usually do, because I just didn't feel like fucking taking notes today. So we go back on offense. We get a 3 and out, and here comes we ran the ball. It was 2nd and 2. Hubbard gets stuffed for no gain, and then now it's 3rd and short. And I honestly think that they're trying to make Bryce Young. They're telling Bryce to throw it to Mingo, because that's just who he. It just seems like he's just keying them. Like,
I text you that too. I was like, man, they're telling him to throw it to him.
Yeah, so it's like it's third and short again, and this is going to be a repeat offense here. 3rd and short, and instead of running the fucking ball, we're going to pass it. I want to point out that this is we're 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and Bryce Young still has 1 completion in the first half. So 4th down, Hecker trots out to punt, and who was it that blocked it? Was it Sewell?
Yeah, I think it was Sewell. It was somebody. He blocked it. He came free.
Unblocked, and he was not on the edge either. He was lined up in like a fucking 3 technique or something.
Dude, it parted, and he just walked in like whoop.
Like just whoever that blocking assignment was should still be doing laps right now.
Yeah.
Like, they should be like, you ain't getting on the plane, you running your ass back to fucking Charlotte.
Hey, so you know how I was saying, like, we can't blame the defense on this? Because I don't even want to count this 7 points on the defense of, like, what they truly gave up.
Yeah, like, right now, the score should be 3-7 still.
Yes.
It should be 3-7. So, block punt, what are they, inside the
So they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown. I mean, they were inside the 25, so they didn't have far to return it. Like, scoop and score.
Mhm.
Now we're back on offense, and on the kickoff, we get a penalty on Franklin for unnecessary roughness. So now we're backed up. We're at the 13.
Yeah. So you know how like we're at the 13, and then like you remember, I was sitting there, I was looking at the clock. I was like, man, we got 4 minutes. We got like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We got enough time to go down here and at least go into halftime like 10-14.
Yeah.
But
We're at the minimum
but go
6
ahead.
to 14. So, the drive starts out. We start out with a pass, and Bryce scrambles for first down, which is good. Nothing was open. Then thank God he didn't throw a fucking pick or another incompletion. We get the first down. Miles Sanders gets in the mix. Our running game, first and 10, he gets 5. He gets 4 yards on the next play. Hubbard comes in and gets 4 yards on the next play. It's 3rd and 1. Finally, we run the fucking ball. Short yardage on 3rd down. What does Hubbard do? He picks up 13 fucking yards.
Yeah, because they were expecting us to pass it like we've been doing the whole first half. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So that 2-minute warning hits.
Yep.
We get it's 1st and 10. We get an incomplete pass, but man, that's the play that Bresci was lined up off sides, and I'm looking at that and I'm like, because the ref waited a minute to throw the damn flag after the snap, and I'm looking like, where's the flag? Because this dude was clearly off sides, like his hand was past the ball, and but he threw the penalty. We got the first down, or we got the 5 yards, and then.
And I want to say something real quick. So we get the 5 yards, right?
Yep.
And then if you look at where we're at, we're on the 50-yard line with 2 minutes left.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like, this is where frustration is setting in for me. Go ahead.
So, we get a completed pass to Thalen. Second completion for Bryce Young in the first half, and that comes with a minute 56 left in the second quarter. So we've got 30 minutes, and Bryce Young completed 2 passes. I mean, I think he was 2 for 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then what do? It's 2nd and 1 now with that completion, and Smith Marset lines up off sides. I don't understand, and I can say this because I played receiver. How the fuck do you line up off sides when you're on the line? You look at the fucking ref and tell him you're on the line.
Right.
Like, I do not get it. It's inexcusable. As a receiver, you should never have a false start, and you should never line up. Now, lining up on the line or off the line, that's a mental thing. But you should never false start or be lined up off sides as a receiver. So, inexcusable. So now it's 2nd and 6. Hubbard gets stuffed. New Orleans calls a timeout. Bryce completes a pass. We're 2 yards short. So now it's 4th and 1. 4th and 2. And what do? What works and what doesn't work? We throw a deep pass to Chark on 4th and 2 at the 46-yard line. And turnover on downs.
So at this point, what was your frustration level?
Thomas Brown's fucking play calling. Like, we are effective short yardage with Chuba getting the first down. Like, so many times in this game, it's been 3rd or 4th and like 1 or 2, just like last week. And we're trying to make, as you say it, Bryce Young the hero, instead of just getting the first down. Like, we had a minute left. We had, I think, all our timeouts. We had 3 timeouts, so there's no reason. We can run the ball to pick up that first down, burn 1. Big deal. Still a minute left, and we got 40-plus yards to go. And at least we can pick up another 10 at worst and make this a 6-14 game going into halftime.
Yeah, you're right.
No, we go for it on fourth, which is I agree with going for it, but with wrong play, we pass, and we turn it over on downs.
Wasn't it earlier in the game? It was like 3rd and short, and Chuba broke off like a 13-yard run.
Yeah, it was a couple series ago.
Yeah, so like, I was thinking like, hey, how about we give it to him, because if he breaks off another 13-yard run, we're going to be in field goal range at least.
Yeah, so we turn it over. Defense is back out on the field. And this was a great series for the defense. Offense just went for it, didn't get it. You're back up there, you're pissed. They break off a 7-yard run. They get a short pass to Olave, get a first down. Then we stuff Kamara for a 10-yard loss on a little pop pass, and then Derek Brown comes up with a pick. Your nose tackle comes up with a pick.
Oh, dude, he's a defensive end now.
Oh yeah.
They switched him, and then now he's just a beast. Like, he can play anywhere on the line.
Yeah. I mean, great interception. Get his hand. I mean, at worst he knocks the ball down, but he knocks the ball down, then scoops it. So,
okay. Now we're in great field position.
Yes, we're at midfield.
Yes. Well, how many timeouts?
3 timeouts. Yeah, 3.
Yo.
Yeah, we got 3 timeouts still. We get the granted we got the ball back with 18 seconds left, but that's enough for 3 plays.
18 seconds. Wouldn't you try something on the sideline, or at least try something up the middle?
Yeah, I mean you got the timeouts, use them.
And then it goes back to what you said about Thomas Brown with his play calling and them forcing it to Mingo.
Yes, we went back to back to Mingo, and the thing with that is the first pass, close. The second pass, if Bryce Young had time, stepped back in the pocket, had nobody around him, it just missed. And that's been my criticism all year. Is everybody's like, oh, the offensive line. Yes, the offensive line sucks, but even when he has time, he don't make the right decision. He's right. He's right up the. He's right up the middle. Deep ball. Overthrows him.
What happened? I think your mic muted.
It did? Oh, you can't hear it? Hold on. It's my bad. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, right up the middle. It's Mingo's got 2 or 3 steps on his man. Bryce steps back in the pocket. He's got all the time in the fucking world. There's nobody around him, and he
2 best plays of the game.
Huh?
The 2 best play calls of the game.
Yeah.
Of where they called it, somebody was wide open,
and Bryce can't hit the man. Like did you hear when I talked about the criticism?
No.
So the criticism's been that the offensive line's bad all year. And I agree, the offensive line is fucking terrible. But when you give him time, he still doesn't make the right decision.
Or he does, but he misses.
Yeah, and like that's a easy that pass on second down, easy pitch and catch. And
dude, it's like a free throw, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he just he's seeing these free throws out here and he's just missing.
Now, to either that, I mean, granted, I think Mingo should have dove for it and showed a little bit of effort.
Yeah, especially with these gloves nowadays. If he could have got a finger on it, man, he probably would have caught it.
Yeah, but we do 2 deep passes and a short one to Sullivan. Sullivan let me down, but like you got 3 timeouts. Throw something up the middle. Like there's a hole in that zone that's going to be open. They want you. They're going to want to give the middle of the field. Run a pick, do something. But I mean, those 2, the first and second down calls were the right calls for that situation, and the guy was open, and Bryce just can't make the throw.
I can't wait to see the other angle on those 2 throws, because I couldn't really. I don't remember if it was a single safety high or a double safety high when Mingo on the second down when he was wide open because he was just wide open.
Yeah.
I wonder what he saw to get that wide open.
Yeah. But so we go into halftime. I
What's
think
your grade
on the offense
overall?
overall.
Yeah, give me the offense, defense, and overall.
All right, offense. I give him a D.
Yeah.
I mean, and most of it's going to be play call, but I mean, we ran the ball good. We didn't
Hmm.
run the ball when we should have. So that, to me, that's what really fucked us a lot is you had bad situational football. Like it's third or fourth and short, and you're going to pass it. Come on,
Hmm.
run the ball. If we can't get 1 yard on a run play when we need it, I mean, we're not getting it on the pass. We have not all season. It has not worked.
Hmm.
Quit fucking trying to do it. But they want Bryce Young to be the hero. So the defense. I mean, defense. I give the defense an A because the one touchdown they did give up. Um, yeah, they started they started past midfield. Maybe a B minus. But for what they were given, I thought they did good in the first half, holding them to. They held them to 7 points.
Hmm.
So, and overall, I mean, if you take the average, you get a C between the two of them. But it's hard to give an overall grade. But first,
Well, just the first half. Don't even give it a letter grade. If
yeah,
you had the first half, if it was, would you give it like 2.5 stars or 2 stars?
yeah, they're getting like two and a quarter stars from me.
So offense for me, I say a C because as the game goes on, it gets worse. So there's some stuff that if we would have hit on in the first half, it would have been I'd have given him a higher grade. But it was just those two open passes, man, he missed. That was just unexcusable.
Yeah,
He tried to make a play and he fumbled the ball. He was really trying to make a play. And I'm pretty sure whatever he was looking at, if he would have hit that, that'd have been his highlight moment of the year.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll give them a C. We ran the ball. Miles was looking. It looked like he had a little extra pep in his step today, man.
yeah. Looking like he might. He realizing he's on the hot seat. He might not even be the featured back next year.
And then for defense, I have to give him a B because it's the same thing, man. There's a lot of stuff that could have been called on us that could have kept drives going.
Yep.
So like there's stuff that they got to clean up too. And overall, I give them 2.5 stars
Yeah.
because and it's all defense is why they get 2.5 stars because that's all defense. Offense is pretty bad.
Yeah.
What adjustments would you be making right now? We're going into halftime, 3-14. Heat. What are your adjustments that you would have suggested or you would have made?
On offense, I would have tried to run some pass plays to get Bryce in a rhythm. I mean, he was like 2 for 13 in the first half. Um, that get him some easy complete, even if they're 1 or 2 yard completions to mix up with the run, just so we're not running every play. Something to get him in a rhythm, get him some confidence, get him moving forward, and to keep running the ball. That would have been my offensive. I mean, as far as the defense, there's really no adjustments that need to
Right.
be made. The defense was adjusting to the offense the way I thought they needed to, because you got to kind of flow with what the offense is going to do.
Ebro's a monster.
Yeah, like I think the adjustments we made was stopping the run in the second half, and I think we did a pretty good job of doing that. And it kind of up until we get to garbage time, defense was was pretty solid, I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we can roll into what adjustments would you have made?
Man, pretty much head on what you said. I wouldn't even have said anything to the defense. I just been like, keep doing what you're doing. Offense, hey, like we got to run the ball. We know Bryce can get to the edge in this game on his own, so let's get him. Let's roll him out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would have built. I would have. He showed that he can run a little bit, right? He
Yep.
juked the guy. He juked somebody. Like he's shown that he can run. Let's get him to the edge where then he doesn't have 6'4", 6'5" guys in front of him. The only thing he has is defensive players, and he can see over them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got guys 5-10 yards away from him. He can see the whole field. You know, so like that's something I would have tried to do in the second half and mainly focus on the run because his confidence is shot at this point because like you said, he was 2 of 13. So
Yep.
Easy completions, get him in a rhythm and definitely run the ball. Defense stay the same. And then with that we'll break into the beginning of the second half.
Yep. We're starting on defense. And yeah, defense come out. I mean, they gave up a first down. Granted, we had a 4th and 1 that they weren't going to go for, and Shy Tuttle.
He was trying to make a play, man.
Yep, offsides, free first down.
I've done that before, and I had somebody pick the play off the next play, but we ain't gonna go all into that.
Yep. So you know, granted they give up that, and then I was thinking this is one of those times where you remember Clowney in South Carolina, the ball never lies.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I was like, this is what we can fire right back and take the ball back, and it didn't happen. I was hoping it would, but we held them. You know, we got Kamara behind the line for a 6-yard loss. J.C. Horn had a great play on Olave. For an incomplete pass on 3rd and 14, and we ended up getting the ball back. But we got pinned deep all the way to the 14. But I mean, what do you think of defense on the opening drive of the second half?
What you expect? They reacted good to the adjustments that the Saints did because you know they were able to pick up a first down.
Yep.
So they adjusted really well, man. And as I was watching it, I was like, man, this looks like this is gonna like either. I was like, we're gonna give up a little bit of something, or we're gonna stone cold stop them. You know, but hey, I'm just glad that we got him up off the field, gave Bryce another chance.
Yeah.
Try to go down and make some points.
I mean, this next series was the best drive of the offense the entire game. And it just this is where the rant's gonna start. So we start out. Chuba rips off a good run. Trimble catches a pass for Bryce's like 4th completion of the game. And then Bryce scrambles on 3rd, picks up the first down barely. And I think on this, I think it was close. I didn't think he got it, but they gave.
Oh,
it to
this
him.
is when they flipped him on his head like a quarter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. But you know, the refs gave it to him. I'm happy with it. You know, we're moving the ball. He gets a deep pass to Thielen for 19 yards. Another first down. You know, and then we'll get another little pass to Blackshear. Is this the one where Blackshear fell? Got 4 yards. And then Miles Sanders rips off a 48-yard run, gets down to the 1.
That was the Miles Sanders that I was hoping that we were going to see all year.
Yeah. And I'll tell you on that play, Thielen.
Yep.
That was great blocking. You know what that reminded me of?
What's up?
Steve Smith.
Oh, yeah.
How many big runs did D'Angelo Williams and Stewart have, and Steve Smith was blocking downfield?
Hey, Steve Smith wanted to block somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great block. Sanders came up a yard short, but now we get to this boneheaded play calling from Thomas. So it's 1st and goal at the 1. Sanders, loses a yard. We're at the 2. Big deal. And then what do? We got 2 yards. We got essentially 3 plays to score. We try to pass with Bryce Young hiking the ball and running for his life backwards. I mean, this play. I mean, I swear, I wish I could bring the video up and you see Bryce drop back and he's running and there's already 4 people chasing him. And he gets sacked for a 9-yard loss. Now we're outside the 10. It's 3rd and long. We were at the 2 the previous play. So what do? We got to pass now. It's too much yardage.
You want to know where the problem with me on this, especially like when we're at the 1?
What?
This ain't college. This ain't high school. He just broke off a 48-yard run. Pull him out and put somebody in there that can get the ball in the end zone, man.
Yeah, like Chuba should have come in. I mean, I know they gave it to.
They tried to do the right thing.
Yeah, give it to Miles, let him get the yard. But you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, we lost one. Run another fucking running play. It's second and 2. Run another running play. Like we've completed at this point. We've completed 5 or 6 passes the whole game. Like, do you think all of a sudden he's gonna find somebody? No, he's not. Just run the damn ball. If we would have ran the ball, then the score would have been 7-14. If we scored. But no, this stupid short yardage play calling by Thomas Brown, man. Like,
you know what? And it goes back to the same thing. Last year when we ran this type of offense, dumb players didn't care if they got pulled once they got inside the 5. They wanted to win.
Yeah.
That right there is what cost us the game. This bonehead decision at the 1-yard line, that would have changed the game. We would have been 10-14.
Yeah, totally different game. But no. So we settle for a field goal. Now it's 6-14.
Yep.
And then now we're back on defense.
And once again,
lights out. We are lights out. 3 and out. Didn't give up a yard. Smith-Marsette with a decent return. And by decent, I mean he didn't gain a fucking yard. He didn't lose any yards. But we get the ball at the 30. And this drive, I was like, you know what? We have a chance when we go back to offense.
I felt good.
Like we drove down the field. We got inside the red zone. And here we are inside the red zone, and I'm like, we got a chance. We might score here, and take the lead. With if we went for 2, or no, we'd have tied it. Never mind. We could have tied the game, but we sputter out on once we get in the red zone. Hubbard doesn't get any yards on 1st and 2nd down. We're forced to pass on 3rd and long. And the story of our season, we need a pass. Bryce Young takes a sack.
Man, you know what he needs to do? He needs to do what Eli and Peyton Manning used to do. Hey, when you're in that pocket and you can't get out, man, just fall down. Just give up. I'd rather for you to lose 3 yards than to lose 6 or 7 yards every time you get sacked.
Yeah. So, he gets sacked. Now it's 4th down, and I'm like, you know what? Now it's gonna be 9-14, which is fine. We score a touchdown if we make this field goal. We got the lead. Well, Eddie comes up, misses a 41-yarder, and this was the turning point for me. When he missed that field goal, I knew we weren't gonna win the game.
Yeah, I felt when he missed it, because he's been playing good all year.
Yep.
He was making. Hey, look. Hey, Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's going in, baby. Like, if he missed it, yeah, my heart was just like, hey, this is over with. I was like, this is it. 6 points is it.
Yeah, like once he missed that, I was like, the game's over. We're not gonna win. So he misses it, hits the upright. When we go back on defense, and the defense still playing lights out. Forces another 3 and out.
Hey, what? This reminds you of some. This reminds you of that early 2000s defense, just dominating. Offenses ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I want to point out. Well, go ahead.
I said, but this ain't the early 2000s. This is 2023.
Yeah.
NFL offenses are eventually gonna score. Except for ours. Go ahead.
So we force a 3 and out, and I want to point out at this point, the score should still be 6-7.
Yes.
It should still be 6-7. We should be down 1 point right now if it wasn't for that block punt. So the defense still, here we are, 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the defense has only given up 7 points. And the offense can't get one touchdown. One. So we get the ball. We're driving down the field, 8 plays, 40 yards, 4 minutes. We're looking all right. We run the ball. We get a tripping call on first down, get a free first down off of it. Sanders is looking all right. I mean, he ripped off an 8-yard run on the next first down. 1 on second. Another 1 on third to get when it's third and short, 3rd and 1. We run the ball. He gets the first down. Although on that play, I didn't think he was going to get it because that's the one he bounced it way outside.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking he was going to get hit for a 3-yard loss, but no, he turned it up and he hit the corner, and we got a really good spot.
He showed another gear, didn't he?
Yeah. And then Thielen catches the ball, fumbles, but luckily it's recovered by Chark. So it's 2nd and 5. Chuba goes up the middle for 1 yard. It's a 3rd and 4. I mean, kind of passing situation. Hubbard gets hit a yard short, so it's 4th and 1. So it's 4th and 1 at the 36. And Blackshear just fell. I mean,
hey, the Saints had 12 men on the field though.
Yeah.
They had that turf monster.
Yep. So I mean, I think is a good call because had he not tripped, that would have been a catch unless he dropped it. And it'd have been a first down. But we've the whole game, the whole season, we are not having success passing the ball. Run it on 4th down. It's 4th and 1. Like our offensive line is so bad that you could drop 7 men in the coverage and you still got a chance to get a sack. It makes no fucking sense. Like Thomas Brown with these 3rd and short and 4th and short pass plays. Run the ball.
Every time he ran the ball when it was 3rd and short, we had positive.
Yeah.
We had something positive happen.
Yeah, like it just so we go for it. Get turnover on downs. I feel like that we needed that drive. That drive needed to continue. So we're down to 8 minutes left in the game.
And what happened?
And then the defense finally folded.
They didn't have a choice.
Yeah, like I mean, you can only ask them to hold them for so long and you not put up any points. And what's crazy is we won the time of possession of this game by almost 10 minutes.
It just shows how explosive an NFL offense can be at times.
Yeah.
And what we saw, we haven't seen any of this at all this year.
No. So we get right with the rip on first down. They take a shot. Von Bell gets beat for 44 yards. And once they completed that pass, I was like, they're gonna score. I knew it. And they rip off it's 3rd and 9, and Jimmy Graham comes up with his 3rd catch of the season for 12 yards on Woods, and then now it's 1st and goal with the 7, and I do not know why J.C. Horn was this one. Yeah, why J.C. Horn was not lined up inside of Olave. I mean, that goes back to football basics 101. You're taught as a defensive back when you're lining up inside the 10, you don't give up the inside. Horn was lined up outside.
Evro's a mastermind, man. There was a reason why.
No, I mean, obviously he got picked apart on that one. I mean, that wasn't on Evero. That's like you should be lining up inside the 10-yard line. You don't give up the middle.
He hasn't played in a while, man.
I mean, this is something he learned when he was 8 years old, man.
All right, then there's no excuse then.
Yeah, like this is shit you're taught. Fuck, I remember being yelled at on the field. Get inside of him. Get inside of him. Don't give up the inside. This shit you're taught in middle school. Like, this is something that he's known for 10 years. Like, it's not new. This is not some elite NFL tactic. This is the basics of playing corner. The basics, like the most basic as it gets, is you line up inside the 10-yard line, or even inside the red zone. So, JC gives up a touchdown on Olave. Granted, a great throw. You thread it through a window. But I remember an interception on a pass play in the Super Bowl that should have been a run play to beast mode. And where was that corner lined up on that interception?
On the inside.
Inside. And what did he do? He intercepted the ball.
He knew that play was coming, man.
Yep. So
he saw enough film and he saw that one thing, like, oh, okay. He risked it all.
So now we're received a kickoff. We get a touchback. And
I didn't like none of this.
No, it was 4 straight passing plays.
Well, I don't like how like in the game, the way the play calling was going on this, like it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you want him to do these long developed routes downfield, like, for him to wait for that, and then he has to start running. Like, we're not in a rhythm yet where we can do that, and plus we're playing from behind, so like that didn't make any sense to me.
And again, they dropped 7 guys into coverage, rushed 4, and still made him scramble. Like, we have 5 linemen that can't block 4 people.
You know what the new tactic is going to be next week?
What?
Let Bryce run for 100.
Yeah. And
that's what I'm gonna do, man.
When he does that, he will get hurt. I guarantee that.
They're gonna make him run now, man. He showed this game he's willing to run. They're gonna be like, hey, let's make him scramble.
So, a 4 and out on this one because we went for it on 4th down. All incomplete passes, and so they get the ball back at the 24-yard line, and I'm like, this is gonna be a touchdown. Just know it. Like, they've got all the momentum. They just scored. They get the ball back in 30 seconds. And they score again. Defense. I mean, I can't blame the defense. Like, you hold them for so long, and the offense can't score one touch. Not even one. And I'm about to look at when the last time Bryce actually had a passing touchdown, because I think it's been 3 games.
Man, his next gen chart is out.
Oh, this ain't even gonna be worth looking at. We're gonna look at it. I'll go ahead and get it ready. But we got really one more series to break down. So
yeah.
Defense comes out and they fold. Granted, it's not really their fault. They
only had 24 yards to go.
Yeah, they had 24 yards to give up, and Jimmy Graham made a great catch for the touchdown. They tried to knock it out. So I mean, it was a great catch by a guy who's, we're very familiar with and been familiar with for 10 years.
He came out of retirement.
Yeah, so I mean, he made a great play. Defense was not given anything to work with, so I've got no I've got no complaints. Like we can't expect the defense to shut everybody out. So that made it 28-6 when really it should have been 21-6. Then we go into our last offensive drive.
And this is where it didn't make any sense to me. This is when you're going to try to run the ball.
Yep.
Don't you think you should have done that when you had the series before, when you had more time on the clock?
Yeah, you would think.
So we get a 1 yard run, and then it's the Bryce incompletion show to Mingo.
Yeah.
That's like 4 incompletions to Mingo. 2 he overthrew. The other one's Mingo just was doing what Mingo does.
Yeah, and we get a false start, and this is where it's 3rd and 14. Mingo picks up 13 yards, and then we go for it on 4th down, and Chuba picks up 11 on a 4th and 1. So we're going for it on 3rd and 4th and 1 and 2, and Chuba's been ripping them. But man, we didn't do that earlier in the fucking game. So offense eventually sputters out, right outside the red zone. It's you pick up another 1st down, or actually 2 more 1st downs after that. We get down almost to the red zone. 3rd and 2. Man, Chuba just ripped off an 11-yard run on 4th and 1. And it'd be a shame if we let him run the ball again and we're in 4-down territory. But no, what do? Drop back to pass. 3rd and 2 at the 24, and we're going to drop back and pass. And what does Bryce do? Runs for his life. Runs for his life, loses 11 yards. And now it's 4th and long. And Bryce throws it is almost intercepted. I don't know if he was trying to throw it away on 4th down, which there's no fucking point when the game, there's a minute and 15 seconds left or whatever.
Yeah. Throw
it up and let him make a play. No, he throws it almost out of bounds, almost intercepted, nowhere near his receiver, like 7 yards in front of him. There's no, at this point you got nothing to lose. Either makes a play or you lose the game, which we're going to do anyway. So, and then, we got the last series on defense. The defense held them to -2 yards. Granted, it helped they were taking knees. But Winston didn't gain any yards, thank God.
Yeah, he's been eating W's. But you want to know what I find amazing about this game?
What's up?
Our 3rd down efficiency rating. We were 8 of 20. We had 20 chances on 3rd down to get a first.
Yeah.
We already had 11 1st downs running the ball. You know how many 1st downs we could have got if we just kept running the ball?
A lot. So I'm looking at, I'm looking at the next gen stats, and Bryce had 4 completions longer than 5 yards. And this is what this was a little impressive. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll count that one. So he had 10 passes at or before 5 yards. Only one of them was incomplete. And this one, it might have been a 6-yard according to the stats, but we'll count it. But everything within he was almost perfect for everything within 5 yards. But let's see. Give me a second to count these. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. He had 21 passes that were deeper than 5 yards.
Hey, gunslinger, man.
Yeah. So I was wrong in my previous podcast where I said if he'd start throwing deeper, we might do better. We're not. He threw twice as many deep passes as he did the short yardage, and he hardly hit on anything. I mean, their percentage is probably like less than 15-20% completion of deeper than 5 yards. I mean, 4 out of 20. I mean, that's 20%. So yeah, it not fucking. You're not gonna win games with that. And this goes back to what I said at the beginning, because I guess now we're gonna go into the rant. How do I want to word this? Bryce can't make the plays when he has the time, so he's definitely not making them when he doesn't. So I'm saying that this is not an offensive line issue, or strictly an offensive line issue and a receiver issue. I think this is a Bryce Young issue. We drafted the wrong guy. What's your thoughts?
Man. I don't want to give up on them yet, but as of right now, it looks like that. There's no way around it. There's no excuse. You look at his chart, like you said. If you take away all them short passes and passes he was doing on them third and shorts, man, third and short, his completion percentage would be higher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't extended drives. That one pass down the middle that he overshot, man, if he had connected on that, man, this chart would have looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like Bryce would have looked super accurate. But like you said, he had time in the pocket and he's missing these throws. So we seen Bryce running for his life. He's not playing that well. We see Bryce in a clean pocket. He's not playing that well. So I feel like what you said is 100% correct. Maybe it's a Bryce problem, but I think it's his confidence, man. I think his confidence is just gone.
Yeah. It's
But
like I've got the stats. I've got the chart up on the stream right now.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it speaks for itself. Like he's not hitting like this deep one here was that was to Mingo wide
Yeah.
open. Like it's almost like, man, we've been bamboozled, man. Like we got upsold on Bryce so much because of him playing at Alabama.
man. If they would have kept last year's team together, like that's like the problem with the situation with Bryce is like we gave up so much to get him.
Yeah.
You know, he would have been perfect for last year's team if we had all those pieces.
Yep.
Because he could have dumped down to McCaffrey. They would have had to respect that. He could have threw it deep to DJ Moore. Those sideline passes that Mingo was dropping, DJ Moore would have caught that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or I've said it. That could have been Will Levis throwing it to DJ Moore.
yeah. Oh man, oh my God, that'd have been crazy.
And then if let's say we're 1-12 this year with Levis. Guess what? Guess who we're drafting next year?
Yeah, because we have our first round pick.
Yeah, we're gonna have the first overall pick again, and we're getting Marvin Harrison Jr. And then now you've got DJ Moore, who's got 5 or 6 more good years left, and you've got, if Marvin Harrison is going to be as good as he's, or even just as good as his dad, we've got 2 elite receivers for the next 7 years.
Yeah.
Easy. But Bryce, we drafted the wrong fucking guy, and I hate saying that because I wanted Bryce to be good, but everything I'm seeing, even when he has time and he's not making the throws, I mean, these are throws that, if you're a quarterback, I consider, if you make it to the NFL and you're a starting quarterback, you're an elite quarterback. Like, now there's levels of eliteness as far as among those quarterbacks, but if you make a starting roster and you're the starting quarterback on an NFL team, because there's only 32, you have to be elite. You're one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the world.
Dude, it's deeper than that. Even even being a backup, you got to be some type of like you got to be good to be a backup too.
Like these are throws. I mean, these are throws that as an NFL quarterback, whether you're a backup, the fucking practice squad guy, or you're the starter, you have to make. and then
So I got a question.
you should have the ability to make. Go ahead.
Do you feel like PJ Walker would have hit Bingo in stride
Fuck
on that
yeah,
deep pass?
fuck yeah, he would. He's proved it when he hit fucking DJ, or was it DJ Moore he hit last year for that against Atlanta? When
Yeah.
we lost that game, but that great fucking, it was like the longest like airtime pass like in NFL history or some shit.
Dude, it shows like I'm trying to make a point here. It shows a 5'10", 5'11" quarterback that has arm strength can make it in the NFL.
Yeah.
The problem is right now Bryce, it doesn't look like Bryce has no arm strength to get it down the field. If he would have connected on that pass to Mingo, that would have opened up a lot more things for him this game.
Yep.
So it's like until we can see him hit deep passes like that consistently, we're not going to see nothing new.
Yeah.
They're going to give him them passes, man.
But yeah, but yeah, that's my whole thing on Bryce. I think if you put a great offensive line around him, we need an elite running back, or he's not going to be successful.
He's a game manager, man. But he's not. Right now he's not game managing. They're trying to make him be the. They don't want him to be a game manager. They want him to be something he's not.
Yeah.
He's a great game manager, and being a game manager, you can make a lot of money in the NFL. If he would have came in like you said, and we had DJ Moore, you know what I'm saying, we'd have had Christian McCaffrey. He came in here, he was a game manager.
Yep.
Dude, he'd be dotting this league. He'd be the most accurate quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah, but he's not getting it done.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Is like we'll go over the stats. Like Bryce Young had more passing yards than Derek Carr today.
Derek Carr's completion percentage was way higher.
Oh yeah, he was 18 for 26. Bryce Young was 13 for 36. But Derek Carr also had 2 touchdowns. So
Man,
now
he'd have hit that pass to Mingo, man. I'm telling you, this game would have been different.
absolutely
That'd have been all over Sports Center. That would have been. It would have been like, oh man, Bryce is here. You know, it'd have been the
Yep.
thing.
But I mean, and then we also, we won on the Russian side too. We had Chuba had 87 rushing yards and Miles Sanders had 74. Granted, half of those came on one play, but I mean, we almost had 2 running backs that had more total rushing yards than New Orleans, because they only had 97 total rushing yards. Really 99, because they take two yards away for the kneel. So really 99 rushing yards. We almost had 2 running backs that had more yards than their entire team, and we couldn't find the end zone. And
You want?
what's up?
No, you said we couldn't find the end zone, and what?
And that rolls into the next big point of why we couldn't get into the end zone.
I wanted to. You remember earlier when I said, "Hey man," I said, "You want to hear something funny?"
Yeah.
Somebody said, "This is the final numbers for Bryce week 4: 36 attempts, 13 completion, right? 137 yards passing, 0 touchdown, 1 fumble. It's officially the worst game of his career so far." This ain't nothing new. He's been doing this
like
all
like
year.
I've been disappointed all season. Like, what are you talking about? I'm fucking.
You know, like, bro, it was crazy is, dog. CJ Stroud got hurt, right?
Yep.
He was damn 10 of 23 for 91 yards. And he got hurt. And he almost put up better numbers than Bryce. And Bryce played the full game.
Yeah.
They're forever connected, man. It's going to be bad.
Oh yeah, they're always going to be compared, and it's like, damn, man. But you know, it goes into my next big point is Thomas Brown. They need to just go ahead and fire him.
Dude, nah, man.
Like, he is not, like, we're not retaining him. There's no reason to keep him. Like, there's no reason for him to keep going on. Fire him, Let somebody else call the plays because it can't get no worse. We can't even fucking score. There's no reason to keep him as offensive coordinator. No reason at all.
So you don't believe in him at all?
No, I have zero. I was hoping. I was rooting for him when Frank got fired and he was back to calling plays because I was hoping that he would say, "Look, Frank did this for fucking 9 weeks and it didn't work, or 10 weeks, whatever it was when he got fired. So let's not. You have a blueprint of what doesn't work, and he's still trying to do the same shit. The only thing he's changed is he's ran the ball more, but he's not running the ball when he should.
It's almost like he's trying to reinvent the wheel when the wheel doesn't need to be reinvented. Like, dude, just run the damn ball.
Yeah, there's no reason on these short yardage 3rd and 4th downs, and we need 1 or 2 yards, and you're passing the fucking ball. There's no reason. If you don't get it on the run, fine. We can't get it on the pass. We've proved that. I don't think we've completed 1 4th down this year and we passed the ball.
It gets even worse, man, because Joe Flacco just rolled out of bed and just threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah, I mean, and you had, Andy Dalton comes in for one game, throws for 300 yards. And like I said last week, I would love for them one game put Dalton in. And if Dalton, scores 2 or 3 touchdowns, throws for 300 yards, we know exactly what the problem is. It is our quarterback. And they're scared to do it.
Man, all right. So if you pull up, what's his name, Jake Browning from Cincinnati?
Yeah.
His sheet, his chart looks just like what Bryce's chart would look like, and look what he did. Like, if you look at that chart, that is what we were doing at the beginning of the year. And look how it worked out for them this week.
Yeah, but if you also look, he completed some deep passes too.
Dude, he completed one 40-yard pass.
Yeah.
Everything else was below 20 yards.
Yeah, but he only had five. Well, I count interception and completion, just to the wrong team. He only had 5 incompletions.
Yeah, but if you look at what they were doing, that looks like how our offense was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So how does this guy is able to do it, but then the guy we got, he ain't able to do it?
Well, let's look at Bengals. Let's look at Joe Mixon.
I'll tell you why. He got 2 good wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you had, T. Higgins only had 2 catches, but I mean, Jamar Chase had 11. So I mean, but like I said, if they would put Dalton in, and that's why they won't do it, because they're scared. They know if they put Dalton in and he succeeds, it's going to expose that the entire organization was wrong. Because like right now, we've got 4 games left. We have no chance of anything. We don't have a first-round pick. All we're doing is setting Chicago up for the #1 overall pick. I'd shut Bryce down right now. Because if he's David Tepper's quarterback, franchise quarterback, and he's our quarterback, there's no reason to get him hurt these last 4 games. Tear at ACL, MCL, because if he does it now, we won't get him back until week 10 of next year.
Yeah, you're right, man.
So we are not playing for anything. I mean, I would shut him down right now. He's done for the season. He's a backup. Put Dalton in. Let Dalton finish out the year unless Dalton gets hurt. Because there's no reason to put him out there and get him hurt if he's the quarterback of the future. We're not playing for anything.
We got 2 more years of this.
Oh, and if Bryce doesn't develop, we've got 5 more years of this. Because what's going to happen, and this is the big picture that I think, is if we're able to retain our defense, we're going to have a good defense for the next 4 years. But we're not. If Bryce is not the answer, we're gonna have to wait till 2025 to draft a good quarterback. We're gonna have a rookie quarterback in 2025 that's gonna take, 3 to 5 years to develop. Well, that defense that's been elite is gonna be old and gone in 5 to 6 years. So now we're gonna have a great quarterback and a great offense, and we're gonna have a shit defense.
You 100% correct.
Like we needed to hit a home run on this first round pick because we would have an elite defense for the next few years, and if we got an elite quarterback in the draft, we would be able to develop both of these at the same time where we have a Super Bowl run like we did in 2015. We had a great defense, and Cam Newton developed, and he had his MVP year. Everything came together at the same time. Right now, we are set up to where we're going to have one or the other. We're going to have a great defense for the next few years and not have a good offense, and then when the defense gets old and we have to replace them, and we get into that phase where we're mid-tier, where we might have a good offense, but we're not going to be a complete team that could win a Super Bowl. So we're fucked for the next till 2028. Because what does we never do? We never go after big name free agents.
Well, big name free agents don't even want to come here.
Yeah, like we never get any high quality lights out players in free agent that we could use. We never do. I mean, like the best free agent that I can remember is not even on our team that's worth a fuck is Hassan Reddick.
Yep.
And we let him walk. He had a put up or shut up year, and he put up, and we just let him go. So that's that, and that'll never. It's never been like that in Carolina. We never went and got big name guys. So I see us stuck as mediocre for the next 5 years.
Unless Bryce goes out here and he is who they said he is.
Yeah, which we will see.
I hope he is, man, because it'd be good because it'd be the real underdog story. Everybody done gave up on him. Because nobody in Charlotte is I feel like is rooting for him anymore.
Yeah, that's so. But my thing is Thomas Brown needs to go now. Bryce Young needs to be shut down. Or we can keep Brown, but Bryce needs to be shut down.
Well, if you're gonna shut Bryce down, then you might go ahead and just shut the starters down on your defense or the like, because you know what I'm saying. What's the point? Yeah. If the team sees Bryce is getting shut down, they're like, all right, we might as well not even really play hard.
Well, I mean, like I said, Dalton had the one game he played in, he did good.
Man, all I wanted, man, was for this just to be a good football year. But instead it turned into what we didn't want it to turn into.
Yep.
This is one of the worst years of being a fan, just because of the hype alone, and then the product that we're seeing now.
Yep. Yeah, this is the worst. Like, I don't even think when we went, we had that 2-win season that wasn't this bad. I mean, because you count the preseason, man, we've lost fucking 15 games. And we got Atlanta next week, Green Bay, Jacksonville, and then Tampa Bay again.
Hey, how would you feel if Bryce ended up like going off these next couple games he
needs to, man. Like he's due. Like it's I can't believe that. I mean, he still only got 9 touchdowns on the season.
Not his fault. One thing we can say is he's not injury prone.
Yeah, hopefully not. Because if he, like I said, he gets hurt now and it's a serious injury, he's out half of next season. So it's, oh man, it's fucking, it's a head scratcher.
You ready for next week?
Yeah, I'm ready for this season to be over.
What do you think our chances are next week?
Oh man. Yeah, I think. How did Atlanta do today? Well, let's judge that first. They did.
Kyle Pitts scored a touchdown.
I mean, Ritter threw for 347 yards. Running the ball, they didn't really. Had 96 total rushing yards, but they got 2 scores. But they lost. But the thing is, I mean, they put up 25 points. We can't put up 14.
Hey, you gotta be that cold with it, man.
Yeah, like we've like we're like I said, you've got to score at least 21 points to win a football game. I mean, other than last week, we haven't scored more than 13 points in a game in 6 weeks. I mean, these 1 touchdowns and two field goals. And that's the thing, like it wouldn't be as bad as if we got inside the 40. We had like 3 or 4 field goals a game and a touchdown. Yeah, that's 19 points. So the thing, we're having issues getting we're having issues getting 30, 40 yards on a drive. Because if you get the ball to 25, 25 yards to midfield, another 20. I mean, that's 45 yards. You get 40, 50 yards, and on a drive, you get a field goal. Majority of the time. And we can't do that. I mean, we've only scored more than 20 points 3 times this season. That's 3 times in 13 games. I mean, actually, if you count the preseason, that's 3 times in 16 games.
Since you bring up the preseason, has the offense changed since the preseason?
No. I haven't seen it change the entire season.
So them saying, oh, this is vanilla playbook and this, that, and the third. No, this is it.
Yeah, like they've. I wish they'd be like. They'd have like the offensive coordinator mic'd up and the coaches mic'd up where you could hear, you could go back after the game and listen to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And see where their mind's at, because this is it's so bad I don't even have a word for it. Let's see. Let's look at the.
You're like, I'm just disgusted.
Let's look at points per game. It was crazy. We're not even in last place.
What?
We're not even in last place in points per game. Nope, we are 4th to last. We are ranked 28th. The Jets, the Giants, and the Patriots have all scored less points than us and averaged less points than us.
Wow, and they got wins, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you look at total yards, we're 3rd to last. We're ranked 29th. We have 32 total yards of offense, 3,200 total yards of offense. And in passing, we are ranked 29th. And Russians not much better. We're like 2, 4, 6. We're like 26.
Dude, this year's just been bad.
Yeah, and then, as great as the defense has been playing, um, we're almost dead last. We're giving up the most points. Only Washington's giving up averages more points a game than us giving up. We give up 26.1 points a game. Washington gives up 30. We're second to last. So as great as the defense has looked, they're giving up a lot of points.
Well, you got to think about that garbage time that just happened.
Yep.
So that's that too. Like, we got to think about that because what they gave up 14 points in the fourth quarter, man, that was they didn't have a choice.
So
They're eventually going to give it up.
So we are fourth in punts, and we're tied for third. And we're tied with Washington for third, and they've played one more game than us. Or is this punt returns? I can't tell.
We suck.
No, it says attempts. So no, it's punt returns. They don't have a total punts. Because I guarantee we probably punted more than anybody in the fucking NFL this year. You know what? We'll go to. They got a special teams. Punting. There we go. Here we go. Punts. What? There's not available. What do you mean not available? I gotta do it this way. Now I gotta find. Johnny Hecker's got 60 punts. Yeah, they won't let me sort it for some reason. But he's got 60 punts, and I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 people with more punts than him. But this is just individual player, so it might. I mean, but I'm thinking we're third total punts.
So our offense, it's making it seem like our offense isn't really that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we're delusional. Maybe we're not seeing it right.
Yep. But either way, we're hurting all the way around.
Man, I'm gonna go and watch, the replay of it, and I'm still gonna feel the same. I'm just gonna be like, man, it's this. I feel like next week is gonna be more the same. It's not nothing's gonna change.
No, I see it. I see a repeat. We're gonna have a repeat of all season. At least we're playing at home. But if we play like we did against Atlanta, week 1, I mean, it's gonna be more of the same. Hopefully, we get some news here, come Wednesday, and it's Bryce Young's being shut down.
I want them to finish the year out, man.
Yeah.
Because if CJ gets shut down for a year, if he gets shut down the rest of the year because he got hurt, AR gets shut down, then at least he can say he played the whole year to give him something to rest his head on.
Yep. Let's see. We got in the spotlight. We got rapid reactions. Passing game struggles lead to another loss. So the day when Panthers played good to exceptional defense and ran like they were stealing something was squandered because they couldn't move the ball at all through the air.
Damn, they said ran like we stole something.
Yep, that's what they said.
Shit. That's crazy.
Young was 3 of 15 for 29 yards passing in the first half. So I was wrong. He's worse. He's 3 for 15.
He played hard, man.
Yeah.
Give him a break. He didn't ask to be the #1 pick. They asked him. They drafted him.
Yeah, so this is not much. There's so many holes in this. And like this is a puzzle that I can't see the picture.
Well, we got another week down, another week of getting beat down to the ground.
Yep.
Hopefully, next week, our fortune will change. And next week we play the Falcons.
Yep. Another
Tickets as low as $12. Let's go.
Yeah, I heard for 50 you can get on the sideline and call a play. Shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, I would too, man. I'd be like, throw it deep. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the 2 plays I call be 2 fade routes. So be like, throw it deep.
Yep. Like it's. We'll see, man. That midweek preview. We'll see how the stacks up, but I will leave our predictions for then because I've got zero confidence right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to.
Moving forward, I got zero confidence. And I got zero confidence in Bryce. I got zero confidence in Thomas Brown. I got zero confidence in the offensive line. And our receiving core. Like, man, we might not have anybody to catch the ball next year. We might just be a running team. We just gonna put linemen up on the bunch formation. Just because we put linemen up as eligible.
Hey, you know what though? That I can see that.
That would be some crazy shit, man. You line up a bunch of big, 300-pound motherfuckers to catch passes. Everything short. I mean, hey, it's right in Bryce Young's wheelhouse. Everything within 5 yards.
Yeah, freaking. You really don't think? You really don't think freaking? You don't really think he's gonna do anything?
No, he can't make the throws. He can't make the throws. He can't. I don't think he can see the fucking throws. Whether he has time or not, he can't make them.
But I believe in him.
And like they keep bringing up the comparisons. Oh, these other quarterbacks had a rough first year. I'm like, those guys still could complete passes. Those guys were putting up more than 6 points a game. Like that, they were having shootouts and losing. The defense was losing the game. Like I just like when we drafted Cam Newton, I knew he was going to be great. Watching him play, like I had faith. I'm one of the ones that wanted to draft him. Back in like January, February, before the draft that year. I was who was the other quarterback? There was some other quarterbacks in that draft, like Dalton, and I was like, I'd flat out, I could call people when I was still in the Army when this happened. I could call people because we were sitting at the little smoke shack talking about it, and they will vouch and say yes. Back in February, I said I wanted Cam Newton. And you after his first game, you knew he was gonna be good. Yeah, he made some mistakes as a rookie in his sophomore year and a few years after. But he had the skills to win the game and throw the ball. This was something that we have not seen from Bryce all year. Bryce has not shown that he can go out there and pass the ball and win a game for us. Like even in our win versus Houston, which might be his. I want to see the stats on that game real quick. So he had 235 yards and a touchdown. He was 22 for 31, so he played. I think, because it's a win, this is his best game of the year. And I think he didn't throw any picks that game either, but like, damn, man. And I can't see his next gen stats for that game either. When that win come? Week 6? Nope.
I think no. It was after the bye week.
It says week 8.
Yeah.
So here, yeah, I got his next gen. There we go. His next gen stats. So yeah, he looked better in this game. He was 22 for 31. He had a lot of short yardage passes, but almost all but 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 5. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll say 13. So out of 13 balls further than 5 yards, he completed all but 5. One of them was a touchdown. It's like but even in that game, we only scored 15 points. That was a game that the defense came up and held him. And he was also sacked 6 times in that game too. So I think that I think that win was a fluke. I really do. I think it was a fluke.
So you feel like we beat C.J. Stroud because we scouted him so well that we were like, you know what? We're just gonna beat him down.
Yeah, because we only got 2 sacks in that game. Stroud had the better QBR, oddly, but Bryce had a better quarterback rating. But when we only had 44 yards of rushing, like I said, I think it was the defense played lights out and held them to 2 touchdowns. And we got lucky with, we drove the ball down the field and we got field goals. Because we got 3 field goals in that game. And Eddie missed the extra point.
You know what? Eddie need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, so I think our one win this season was, I think, was just, it was because of the defense. I think if we played Houston next week, we'd lose.
Well, that's if they got CJ.
Yeah. He's in the concussion protocol too, so he might not play next week. But yeah, if we played a healthy Stroud next week, we lose. And I think we lose by 2 or 3 scores. Because look, he's got 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns. And that's not including, I don't know what he got today. before he was out. Let's check. I'm curious. Probably not much, be my guess. He got 91 yards today. So,
91 yards.
91 yards. Yeah, they didn't put up any. They got 6 points in the whole game. But you know, like I said, he's compared to Bryce. Bryce has got 2,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. CJ's got 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 picks. So it's like a healthy CJ Stroud if we played him next week, beats us bad.
Dude, I'm just exhausted from this game. I'm exhausted from this season. And man, we winning next week, man. You know what I'm gonna go do? If we win next week, I'm going to every Golden Corral across America.
Yep.
What you up there looking up?
Oh, nothing. I got an email.
Yeah, shit. We can pretty much wrap it up, man. Cause
there ain't much else to talk about. Like it's typical Carolina Panthers season, or game this season.
Yeah, the midweek we're gonna have more to talk about because I'm gonna go watch Desmond Riddler. He threw for 347.
Yeah.
26 of. Oh man, I gotta go watch that game.
Yeah, like it's everybody else got a damn quarterback.
Drake London went off. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I didn't play him this week in my fantasy team either.
Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this game and cook some dinner, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to eat. Alright, well, guess we'll wrap this up. If you're watching this video later, give us a like and a subscribe, man, as we bring you more about Carolina Panthers as we go beyond the stat sheet. And hopefully get a win next week. But we'll be back Wednesday with the midweek preview as we take on the Atlanta Falcons. And hopefully get a 2 in that win column. But until then, I'm Heat. We got Poppy. It's Carolina First. Stay tuned as we take you beyond the stat sheet.
Worldwide.
And with that, fellas, we're out. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
I love the game.
Mills is quite a story, John. They said he was too small, too little, too everything.
Two tight ends on the set. He comes in motion to the near side. Pressure shot. Sam Mills gets the sack.
What happened between you and Talib on the field early in the game?
I don't know. You go ask him because he didn't finish the game. Ice up, son. Ice up.